quality questions. And this is a really excellent topic. I am a master at asking questions. In fact, I have been asking questions since I was a little girl. And I think I was 8 years old when my mother had one of her friends come over who was a psychic. And she said, my, you have a lot of questions. She's like, you should ask them all. And I have always felt very authorized to ask questions. But there are, not all questions are equal. And when you are asking yourself questions, you want to make sure that the questions that you are asking yourself are actually elevating you. So, asking yourself questions of a low vibration would be, why am I here? Why am I like this? Anything with a why is usually not a good quality question. You want to ask questions that begin to elevate you. So, I thought I would give you 5 quality questions, but true to form, I have more than 5. So, I'm just going to go ahead and share them with you. Questions. So, first thing about questions is that they help to expand your own uh, sphere of influence. They also help you to expand your frequency and how you are perceiving what it is that you are seeing and or experiencing. So for example, when I would sit in meetings for, gosh, well, I'm always in meetings, but when I would sit in staff meetings and look at how things could be improved, which, most staff meetings are run horrifically horrible. I mean, people are really unaware of how checked out their staff are. So I used to help with executives to get their meetings to move a little bit more concisely. And I'd also help the leaders read the room so they could understand when people are checking out, when they're checked in, how to do that. So when I would find myself in these meetings and I would be bored, I would ask myself, what am I missing? Because when you are bored and you want to escape, you are checking out mentally. When you are checking out mentally, you cannot be present. And if you are not present, and for me as an executive consultant, I was getting paid to be present. So you want to be present. And by the way, being present is far better than escaping. Escape consciousness is absolutely one of the lowest frequencies. People talk about shame and sadness. No, 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 no. Wanting to escape your life is a very low frequency. I don't care how much money you make. If you don't have a life that you are excited about, that is a good time to start asking open-ended questions. Okay, so I would ask myself, well, what is it that I don't want to see? What am I missing here? And I would go into investigator mode. So being an investigator is a way to keep yourself checked into your life and checked into situations. So some good high quality questions would start with who, how, or what. Those are good indicators. So who am I is a good question to be asking. You should have an answer to am I. And if you don't know who am I, then you want to find out. Because if you don't know who you are, you could be easily manipulated and misdirected. You are not a title and you are not a name. A name is simply an identifier. It's not your identity. So you want to know, who am I? Another good question is, how can I be in service in this situation? How can I be in service to God? How can I be in service to oneness? How can I be in service to others? That's a very high quality question. How can I be in service? I ask myself that all the time. How can I be in service to oneness? Every session that I have, my intention is to be in service to source, oneness, and my client, all at the same time. How can I align more to my values? Is a good question. You want to know what your values are, which I've talked about repeatedly on these videos. If you're not tired of that, then you should have your values written down. You should know them. You should be able to recite them. I value trust. I value wisdom. I value authenticity, whatever it is for you, like connection. Like you should be able to list off your values. That's how much they are part of your life. That's how much they will start to dictate your experience when you know them. So, how can I align more to my values? That's a good quality question. What is my responsibility in this moment? That's a really good one to release a lot of the burden and overwhelm and anxiety that people tend to ascribe to, which, by the way, I think people who have um, anxiety really have a very, very limited, often very limited vocabulary for their feelings. And I think if you are somebody who ascribes to anxiety, I would challenge you to find other words that would help to describe your feelings so you could get to know feelings more instead of this word called anxiety, because anxiety is becoming this blanket term that people are they really labeling themselves as anxious, and it's a horrible way to identify yourself. So you really want to find out what are you feeling? Not that I'm feeling anxious, but what really are you feeling that's making you feel unease? Okay, so that's like a little tangent. Um, how can I live more in my authentic life? How can I align to my authenticity? And the final question that I wrote that I thought would be really good for pretty much everybody in this world, which is how can I live in greater harmony in my life? Because a lot of people are living life, but they're not living life in harmony. And why are you not living in harmony is one question, but how can you live in harmony with your life is a high quality question. So make sure that you're looking at asking questions that really expand your perspective. As a side note, give you a tip for all the women that watch these videos is when you are feeling low in energy, putting on a bright lipstick can be very helpful for shifting your own perspective. I did this when I worked long hours and I would work 10 to 16-hour days. I always wore bright, bright color lipstick. And I just felt like that really changed my mood. So if you're looking to shift your perception, change the lipstick that you're wearing, change the clothes that you're wearing, change your perspective, and you will change your life. Little hacks. All right. Hope you have a great day. I'm Kiana, and I guide people to peace. I hope you have a great day. Bye.